Okay, great. Welcome. Thanks for coming today.
Thank you, Scott.
Yeah. So, first of all, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us your name and what it is that you do for a living?
Sure. My name is Mario Valle. I'm a project manager for PBS Contractors, and I do new and commercial renovations and construction in Naples.
Excellent. Very good. And I understand that you are an immigrant.
Yes, I was born in La Paz, Bolivia,
Okay.
and I moved to the United States in 1979 when I was about 10 or 11 years old.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about that experience for yourself and for your family?
Sure. My mother was fluent in English, so that really helped us coming in. But my father learned only rudimentary English in high school in Bolivia. So he had to really learn and adapt to the United States. One of the things that he did was took an entry-level job at a hotel just to get himself started. But then on the weekends, he would force himself to go to the stores and ask people about questions, try to force and stumble his way through the English language so that he could master vocabulary, inflection, tone, which helped him eventually become a pharmaceutical rep and a district manager for a large pharmaceutical company in the United States.
Very good. So I think you and your family are pretty familiar with the immigrant experience then.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. One of the things was for us to begin to assimilate into the United States, to really learn English, because that's where we knew our future, our jobs were going to be held.
Right.
But at the same time, we never left our culture. We never left what we had as part of the important fabric of our family. And so we were able to grasp the best of both worlds and really make that our own.
That's wonderful. Can you tell us what do you think are the biggest challenges that that your family faced with making this transition, or perhaps some of our students might be facing?
I think sometimes we tend to look at the stumbling over ourselves as being an embarrassment to getting across and getting past that point. From many of the folks that we talked to when we first got here, they were very, very appreciative that we were taking the time to learn the language, getting very much acclimatized to the United States,
Right.
and really appreciated the effort in moving forward. I think sometimes today, because there is such a diverse community, and there is Spanish TV, Spanish language newspapers that are out, that we fall back. Too many of my immigrant friends have come in, and it's too easy for them to stay in that cultural component, to stay in that speaking Spanish. But the higher paying jobs, the jobs that are going to provide a much greater position of affluence and upward mobility are going to be those that have English as a strong foundation for them.
Wow, that's really great. And I'm really great that our students are having the chance to hear this come directly from you, because that's spot on. What kind of advice would you offer for our students?
One of the biggest points of advice that I would offer is not to be afraid. Not to be afraid to go out there and to stumble or to feel embarrassed about how they come across, how they are speaking, or what their accent may be. It will come. The language will develop, and you'll be able to get an even better and better position because of your English language skills. Still in Naples, we have a high degree of professionalism, whether it's at the construction site, the project managers, the superintendents. A lot of those folks are English-based because they have to interact with the client. If as a newly arrived immigrant, you don't push yourself, you don't force yourself to put forth that effort to learn English in that way, it's going to be something that's going to hinder your upward mobility. It's going to put a ceiling on what you're going to be able to earn. And once you take English into account and assimilate it, that ceiling goes away, and the world then becomes your oyster.
Great, that's really awesome. Okay, we're going to test your Spanish a little bit here now. So,
Sure.
in your best Spanish,
Mhm.
could you please share with our students some words of encouragement and motivation?
Oh, absolutamente. Yo quisiera otorgarles que se empeñen, que pongan el esfuerzo necesario para poder aprender inglés. El inglés les va a dar y les va a abrir unas puertas a un mundo que les va a ayudar a motivarse, a ganar mejor dinero, a poder avanzar en su carrera, a poder ayudar a sus hijos con la tarea del colegio y poder interactuar no solamente con el jefe, con el dueño o con otras personas dentro del condado con la cual tienen que enfrentarse. También les va a abrir un mundo de avance económicamente para poder avanzar y capturar unos trabajos que no teniendo el inglés no los pudieran obtener.
Awesome. Thank you so much for
Absolutely.
visiting with us today.
Thank you.